back. Episode 2. Holy catfish. I still don't know what the heck to name this thing. I was thinking like old man shouts at cloud, but then like my kids, my wife were like, no, Coach Bill Babbles is actually like kind of fitting. It works for you. So we may just stick with that. We'll see. We'll see. Um, First off, thank you to those of you that reached out via text message, private message on social medias, commented on the post. There was even one person that commented on the video itself. Like, much love, much appreciated. I gotta tell you, I didn't think anybody was actually going to watch this thing, so that kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But here we are. We're back again. It was very entertaining to do the first time. And it beat reading about hay and forage. Don't ask. It's a weird rabbit hole that I'm going down right now. Yeah, you don't want to know. But anyways, obviously we had some technical difficulties. The audio quality was like really bad, and that's okay. Um, you just had to turn your volume up really loud, and that's fine too. But all I have to say is make sure that you remember to turn your volume back down on your cell phone as you're watching these videos, or like what I don't want anybody to do is accidentally have the volume cranked to like wide open volume to hear Bill, and then fire up their favorite Instagram reel or TikTok or something, and have the rest of the world be like, "Oh my God, what are you freaks listening to over there?" Yeah, because I know that some of you watch some very sketchy things on TikTok. I am not a TikToker. I am a proper grown adult. We use Instagram, so we do not TikTok. Instagram. If you're not on there, you should check it out. It's very eloquent, very mature and wise. All right. So yeah, clearly we had some difficulties. I'm back home from the work trip. Inevitably, the furnace is gonna kick on. We're gonna have some noise at some point. If it's too bad after this, well, maybe I'll just have to turn the furnace off for the next episode. I would like the record to show I was pretty stoked. Like, I recorded it, and I was like, do I release this? Do I not release this? Like, what do I do here? And then I decided to release it in the morning. I actually smiled before I, you know, turned it to public and posted it, because I was like, you know what? Life is not perfect. You're going to make some mistakes along the way. You're going to learn. It's the same way with anything you do. I don't care who you are. Like, very few people just jump in and everything goes right. That said, probably should have put a little more thought and preparation into things. It was totally spur of the moment. I have been contemplating doing this since like about this time last year, and I even went as far. Got me some mics, right? Some mics. So when the audio thing happened, I was like, oh, I got the perfect fix for the next episode. I'm gonna be like, you learn from your lessons. When you're out there and you're trying to get better at something, you're just starting out, and you learn from your lessons, and you get what you need to do, whatever it is, or you do what you need to do, and blah 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 blah. And look at me. My audio quality was awful, and I got a mic, man, and we're gonna be great now. It's gonna be incredible, or it's gonna at least be better than what it was. So I come down here to the lab, and I was like, oh yeah, here we go. This is gonna be good. I just gotta figure out how to hook this mic up to the GoPro. We're gonna be golden. Nah, nah. Microphone only works with the cell phone. So it does. Whatever mic I bought, like February last year, 2025, in preparation of doing this whole thing, yeah, only works with the cell phone. And now I'm working with a GoPro, and so now I got to buy another cable. It's okay. We'll make it happen. And that's kind of how it works, right? We'll get into that a little bit more as we progress. But before we do that, for whatever reason, the audio the video cut out as I was kind of bringing everything to a conclusion. Okay, and I had a really good friend. Well, fuck it, it was Christian. Um, Christian knows me extremely well. One of my best buddies in the entire world. And he shot me a text, and he was like, "Dude, were you about ready to say when it all cut out?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, you nailed it. Absolutely perfect." And he's like, "I know you. I know you well." Uh, so what I want to do, like clearly some of you hung around to the end. Like I say, I was absolutely blown away at how many people actually watched this thing. Um, what I want to do is have you send me, if you got me on social, you know, whatever, you got my text, whatever, that's good. But make a comment on episode 2, okay? Or episode 1, whatever, on YouTube with what you think Bill was going to wrap that episode up with. And you can either do a real serious answer or you can do a funny answer, right? Either or. I'm good with either, right? If you really think, if you got a great, like, serious wrap-up lesson moment there, throw that out there. If you got a, like, for the people that know me, yeah, go for it. Throw something crazy out there, like funny. You know, let's have a good time with that. Let's see how many people actually watch to the end, and then let's see how many people are watching this one at like the 6.5 minute mark, whatever we're at, and follow instructions. I'm gonna wager that a good majority of you don't follow instructions and don't actually do it. That's just how it is, right? And we see that over and over and over again. I see it in my corporate life as a supervisor, leading, training, and developing people. I see it in the athletic world. I'm guilty of it myself, right? I don't always follow the instructions, dude. I know better than these other people. What do they know? Do. But that's okay. Like, hey, we all got to make our own path. We all got to find our own way. I don't want to see how many of you actually listen to instructions. I wasn't quite ready to record this early, this soon after episode 1, but man, I really thought about it. For those of you that know me and know me well, I don't I don't listen to my own podcast. I don't listen to any podcasts. If I have to edit that podcast, I typically just look at the little blank spots in the like waves in the editing software where you can see like, oh snap, here's like 10 seconds where nobody said anything, and nobody really wants to listen to a show where it's awkward silence for 18 seconds. Like that ain't good, and you can literally like click, 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 take that right out. Problem solved. You just don't do that. So sometimes things go wrong, right? And I did actually listen to the start of this, and I listened to a random spot in the middle, like before I uploaded it, and was like, oh my god, that effing furnace in that room just totally did a number on the audio. And I actually kind of like smiled and chuckled to myself about it, because maybe you're one of those people that like you try something for the first time and it goes perfect. Like maybe you're like, oh, I'm gonna cook, but and you know it turns out you take a bite and you're like, nailed it. You know, maybe you're one of those people that are like, I'm gonna show up for my neighborhood 5K, win the whole thing, no training, nailed it. That ain't me. So it isn't. That's never been me. I was really gifted intelligently and just wasted that. Like didn't apply it in life. Went to class or computer summer camp in the seventh grade, and then came back in the eighth grade and was asked to instruct the course like the next year level. Tested it off the charts. I just never applied myself. I'm like, whatever, it's all good. But anything else, like dude, I've almost always struggled to start, right? And we see two things in life that, man, I really, really, like, it really hurts me, genuinely. The first thing that we see is that there's a lot of people in this world that are very afraid to start something. And it might be something that they really want to start, and they really want to try, and they really want to do. They want to experience this. They want to do that. Maybe they have this accomplishment, etc. And they're so afraid of not being good at it that they never actually start whatever it is. You know, they never even try it. Even if they love it, they just never they never even give it a shot. And this was actually a little bit of a lesson that I learned from my mom. And for those of you that actually like maybe go to a cross country meet here or there, something like that, you'll often see a little gray haired lady standing at the finish line at a cross country meet. She's like cheering for everyone, right? Like she don't care if you're first or if you're last. She's gonna be there. She's gonna cheer for you. She don't even care if you're like from Grayling or some school that we absolutely hate, something like that. It and it really is amazing because she's like, yeah, when people are out there, they're just doing what they love. Like, why shouldn't I show up and support them? People are gonna support you, even if you suck at something. They're gonna support you. What they're probably not gonna support, like straight up, is if you just don't try it. Because if you don't try it, then how do they know that they need to support you? So don't be afraid of starting, even if you're last, even if you're awful. It's okay, right? You can be whatever you want to be in this world with some limitations. Obviously, I could not be an NFL football player. Maybe I could, but probably not. Probably not going to happen. You can be whatever you want, and as long as you enjoy it, okay? It's okay to start at it, and it's okay to suck at it. Look, I'm not a good golfer. I don't particularly enjoy the game of golf. I'd golf if someone invited me at some point. I had a set of clubs. Hey, screw it, why not? I used to play the game quite a bit. I was on a league for a couple of years with Amy. That's a whole other story. Wasn't great at it. It was just a good time. You know, you can do things that you suck at. That's fine, right? Next, when you start something, okay, you're doing yourself a great, great disservice if you try it a few times and you're like, well, I suck at this. I'm not going to do it anymore. You know, if it's something that you actually wanted to try, actually wanted to do, don't give up on yourself so quick. Don't give up on yourself so easy. Like, to me, that's the challenge. That's the fun of it, right? That's why I do things. I'm never going to win anything, but I got an entire library of books on a million different topics that I've taught myself how to do. And really, the joy in learning all these different topics, learning how to do all these different things, is the struggle, and then the accomplishment at the end. I think, for me, if I pick something up and I'm just like instantly good at it right off the bat, I'm like, oh, that was dumb. I don't even want to do that anymore. Fortunately, that doesn't happen too often, but it does from time to time. And I'm like, why would I want to do this? Like, nah, man. When things don't go right, you learn from it. You know, hey, audio quality was a disaster. Need a mic. Boom. We can talk about it being more life. It's beside the point. when we first started Canoe Race World, when Kevin first asked me to be on the show, and some of you may have already heard this story. Some of you are familiar with it and have actually listened to it. It was about our third episode in, right? And I was not fully committed at that point. We had Danny Medina, aka Danny Paddle, a really good friend of mine, great dude. It was a disaster. The show was just the audio quality was bad, the connection quality was bad. It was really really bad. It wasn't Danny's fault. It wasn't our fault. We were learning. Like, when you're learning, things may not go absolutely perfect, and that's okay. But it hurt. It hurt a little bit, and I was kind of ready to be done. I didn't know what the hell to think of the situation, or what I could do to actually like make it better or anything like that. And a former partner of mine from the canoe marathon, LJ Bourgeois, we were up at Paradise, and he was like, "Dude, you can't give up that easy. Like, Joe Rogan probably wasn't Joe Rogan on episode 3 or whatever that episode was. Like, everybody starts somewhere. You gotta keep going." Um, and I'm really glad that he said that. Kind of like brought me back to earth. Um, because I look back at that and I'm like, man, what would have happened if we'd have just hung it up? If we'd have mailed it in and been like, nah, this is it. This is a dumb idea. We're not even gonna see where this goes, anything like that. Um, it is pretty amazing the amount of media coverage in the sport that I love. Um, and it all started with CRW and Kevin Olson and the podcast, and now you've got all kinds of social media everywhere. Even the race coverage is fantastic, and it's come a long ways. Everybody's stepping up their game, right? It's who's going to do what next, and it's going to get bigger and better, bigger and better, bigger and better, bigger and better. And every year at the end of canoe race season, take a little break. I kind of ask myself, is this it? Is this it for me? Am I done racing canoes? Do I need a break? And am I done with Canoe Race World? Is this the end of me and Canoe Race World, or maybe Canoe Race World, the podcast in general? Like, somebody else going to take it over? Yada 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 yada. And I think at this point, like, if I was ready to be done with a podcast or something, we could find somebody else to do it. You know, Rebecca and Ryan do a fantastic job. There's always people willing to help. There's you know, the brand will live on. And I guess let me back up. It's not going anywhere. I got big plans for it in 2026. We're going to get some merch going. I got to get the website reworked, find somebody that's good at that stuff, etc. So it's not going anywhere. Don't worry about that. Let me just clarify that, like, right now. But this year, more than ever, it really hit me. Like, holy cow! Even if it were to just all come to an end, like it was dawn, I can still look back on this and go, dude, Kevin Olson and Canoe Race World started something. And, and even if nothing else, it was the spark, right, that really, really ignited it all. And that's a really, really great accomplishment. Like, almost a legacy moment. We're not the best at anything, you know, nothing at all. But if we'd have quit after episode 3, episode 4, whatever that episode was with Danny, that just turned out so not so good. it wouldn't happen, right? Like maybe someday somebody would have come along with a similar idea and gotten it off the ground. Um, Maybe not. You just don't know. And that's kind of how it works. Uh, if you try something new in life, whatever that something is, the first time, or the second time, or the third time, whatever, that things don't go right, if you just mail it in and give up, you got to live with that. You got to live with the fact that you are never going to know what might have been. That's it. Little impromptu Coach Bill Babbles session. I've quit some things in my life that I'm not too proud of. I don't think I'll ever intentionally quit anything again. I would urge you not to. When things get tough, when things don't go the way that you want them to go, in life, in sport, don't quit. And if you see someone who's struggling, if you see someone who's on the verge, just take a little second. Lift them up a little bit. Tell them to keep going. Till next time, be good to each other.